My name is Jenny Mtisia, and I am Human Capital Strategist, and today I would like us to talk about women and leadership. We have had these conversations, I'm sure you have heard about women and leadership, and it's about girl empowerment and all that. But I have witnessed a situation whereby women have been brought to the boardroom and not doing what we expect them to do. And therefore, people are now bringing us just for compliance purposes. And when we come, we don't do much. So just to explain what I mean is, I have been able to work with boards and also in senior level management positions where we have women and men in those boards, and I've observed behaviors that women show. That, in my opinion, and I would imagine other people also agree with me, that these things limit our growth in leadership. And one of them is just dressing inappropriately. When you dress in a way that you are not even comfortable, maybe a very low cleavage in management, or maybe a very short skirt or dress, and you're not comfortable with how you're dressed. So the whole time during the minute you're just fidgeting and you know, stuff like that. And people don't respect you, and especially when you dress like that and you don't have the content for whatever reason, that affects you. Talking about content, I've also seen people coming for meetings without you don't prepare. The only preparation you do actually maybe is just how you look physically, and therefore you have nothing to contribute. So people are busy contributing ideas and moving meetings, and all you can do is agree with their points because you have nothing original for you to give. Why don't you have that original? Because you didn't take time to prepare. And if you're prepared for that meeting, people would actually see your value. And when they don't see your value, they start telling you to take minutes or ask for tea, or if they have to send someone to go and pick something outside the room, it is you they are looking at. Why? Because even if you go, the meeting will continue. You have not shown them any value that you add. So let's not go for meetings unprepared. Another point would be our body language. So you're talking in this meeting, but people are wondering, are we talking to a very young girl, or are we talking to an executive? So you must be very, very, very particular about your body language. Are you fidgeting? Are you talking with your mouth closed and stuff like that? How you move your hands, and how some people even cover their mouths. So I urge all of us to actually read about body language, and this is something you can actually even just go online and just read about body language and what people say when you do the different things. When you fold your hands like this, what does it say? When you keep fidgeting like this, what does it say? So just go online and read about body language and what you tell people in a meeting when you go for search, because the men will be very confident, seated with suits. So you're here dressing appropriately, you're fidgeting, and you have no content. Really, you can only be there for the compliance purpose. Another thing that I would like to talk about is how we contribute. When you have to contribute a point, you start by an apology. Start by saying, I am sorry, I don't know how you guys will take this, but how about us? You know, why are you apologizing? Who is apologizing? The men are there talking and giving ideas. Confident women are also there talking and giving their ideas and opinions without feeling like they need permission, like they need to be given, you know, chance for them to contribute. That's why you came to the meeting. So don't always apologize for your opinions. Just give what you have to give, but think through first. I think another point that I'd like to talk about that I feel affects our growth in leadership as women is how we do our presentations. So first, you don't take your time. Two, you don't hone your presentation skills. So people are shining there with what they are presenting, and you haven't honed that particular skill. And it's something that makes people respect you on how the content and even the presentation. But then it's even worse how you start. You start by something like, I hope this will make sense to you. Again, you are already punching holes to your credibility. You do your presentation, maybe it is good or not very good, but when you're finishing, instead of finishing with a punchline in a very powerful way, you finish again by saying, I hope that was useful. Who is doubting you? And why are you doubting your own credibility? And I'm telling you people, this is very common. This is extremely common. And I'm sure probably you have witnessed this in your own boardrooms. We have other things that also women do. One of them is being very modest. You do something very good, the men are there bragging about their achievements and their contribution to the company, but you're there playing very modest. I know they tell us not to talk about our achievements, that you're being proud and stuff like that. But if you don't talk about it, or if people tell you you did very well, and you start saying, nah, it was nothing, nah, you know, it wasn't me, I was supporting. You must learn how to accept appreciation in a way that appears modest, but accept it, and, you know, something like, yeah, thank you very much, I achieved that, it was out of teamwork, it was out of ABCD, and I'm very happy that our efforts are paid off. But you can't start saying it was nothing or we didn't do as much or whatever, we could have been better. You know, don't discredit yourself. Accept that feedback and let people know that you are proud you achieved and it was a lot of effort and, you know, thinking that went in there. So I think those are just some of the things that I would like to bring to our attention in terms of things that curtail our growth as women in leadership. The other thing is not supporting each other. Did I talk about us having ideas and keeping quiet about them? So you have this idea in a meeting and you don't talk about it. Then 5 minutes down the line, the man next to you or another confident woman talks about it. Then you go like, I had that idea 5 minutes ago. Either you are saying that internally or you are telling us. Why didn't you say it? People brought you to the table because they think you have something to offer. Stop letting us down. So as we fight about girl empowerment and all that, let us start by empowering ourselves and knowing where have we been left behind. So bye-bye for now. Women in leadership, let us grow the girls that are growing also. Let us grow each other. Let us not be part of that status that is bringing other women down. And let us not be part of just the compliance role of women in the boardroom. If you go there, purpose to add value. Purpose to be valued. Not because you're a woman, but because you bring value to the table. Bye-bye for now. All the best in your leadership.